we had friends that had been on the show, and I've said this before, I knew many, many of my friends that had been on the show that are not that talented, that actually came across successful, Manila. And what's fascinating is it's what made me want to do the show, Jiggly. And I realized that, that's our girls, we can talk about it. But she agreed with me. You got that on camera?
They are our girls, I agree. They are our girls.
She did it! She did it! She did it! This is my goal in life, to get Peppermint to be as mean as she is in real life. Okay, hi, it's Bianca Del Rio, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Pit Stop, where we discuss all things RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 8. And today, joining me is a superstar from many seasons ago on Drag Race, but she has also been my friend for many, 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 many years. She goes by the name of Peppermint, and I often say her name is Peppermint, but she leaves a horrible taste in my mouth. Welcome, the fabulous Miss Peppermint. Welcome!
Hey, girl.
How are you?
I'm feeling so good. I'm happy to be here with you. This is the first time we've done anything on camera.
Well, legally, yes.
Yeah.
This is the first time
Two queens, one cup.
Oh, remember that? Such precision you had to just circle that cup with your turd. Now, I gotta say, it is wild, and most people don't know this because we are from different seasons of Drag Race, but I have known you technically since 2005.
Almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
But no one knows that story because we really haven't told them. So this is our first moment on camera together to catch up and talk about and, of course, Drag Race.
I dig it.
You dig it. All right. Do you remember how we first met?
I actually do. The
Oh,
very
no.
first time we met, girl.
Okay, I don't. What did I do? What did I do?
I don't remember what club it was. It was
Okay.
somewhere in Midtown. We were both very good friends with Daniel Nardicchio,
Correct.
legendary promoter in New York City.
Yes.
And we were all at this event. It was some kind of like cocktail event. It wasn't like a regular
Bar gig.
bar gig.
Okay.
People that wouldn't usually be there, but from all aspects of nightlife were there.
Okay.
So I was there, and Daniel was like, oh, my girl Bianca's coming up to, she just got here. She just moved here right after the hurricane.
Yes.
And,
Katrina.
come meet Bianca. And so you came through in like a Poochie outfit, kind of, and your hair was like really, you had this huge hair on.
I like big hair.
And all I could see, like from across the room, was your eyeliner. And I was like, well, this bitch got a lot of eyeliner. And that's what I remember. I was like, oh, okay, hey, girl.
That's what
Yeah.
you remember. That was a long
That was a
time ago.
long time ago.
long time. It's crazy. I cannot believe it's been all those years. When I got to New York, Miss Peppermint was working at every damn club every night. Really, actually, she was just working one night, but she'd get there so late, it was the next night. But it was the thing. We would go see you. You worked at Barracuda. You worked at Therapy. What were the other clubs?
Barracuda Therapy. I worked at Pieces. I worked at Splash. That was like my first one.
Splash. Remember
girl.
Splash?
Girl.
Splash. For
Splash.
those of you who don't know, Splash would have naked men in the showers.
Showers.
The stage had a drain. Girl. Classy.
It
Pure
probably
class.
wasn't water going down that drain, girl.
At the bottom of the drain, it was just Lady Bunny's mouth.
Oh my God, Bunny used to, okay, this is too much. I used to work at the Tunnel with Bunny in the 90s. I met Bunny because I went up to her DJ booth and I was able to place her because I knew she had a reputation and I knew her before I went to see her. She had an ad in the back of probably Village Voice, free
Yes.
newspaper in New York City. So in the back of the ad, it said, come visit DJ Lady Bunny,
Wait, hold on a minute. How was cum spelled?
the DJ with the BJ. Knock 3 times on the booth door. And I was like, what is, I love New York.
Wait, the DJ with,
With the BJs. It's like so cringy, but like, okay.
No, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
It's catchy.
yeah.
And probably in very small parentheses, it said, teeth are optional. Girl, I'm the DJ with the BJ. Oh, God, the visual alone is making me sick.
Oh, Lord.
And speaking of things that make me sick, have you been keeping up with this season of Drag Race?
I have been keeping a very close eye. There's some girls that I really do like on this season.
Good.
Absolutely. And some girls that I'm rooting for, and some, I am happy. I'll just say it right now, I'm happy to see some season 9 representation.
Well, you've got Alexis and James
Yeah,
who were on
yeah.
your season, yeah. How do you think they're doing so far?
They're doing better than, listen.
Wait, were you about to say, doing better than I thought, Peppermint?
I was primarily speaking about James.
Oh, okay,
I'll
okay.
tell
Oh, well,
you.
you didn't see much, yeah.
James, on our first season, James went home first.
Right.
And we didn't get a chance to really see what she could do. I mean, she's really a talented queen.
Very much so,
So
yes.
talented, and her hair business is taken off, so it's just really great to see how people like really grow and bloom, some people, after the show.
Yes, James was safe for the first couple of episodes, and then kind of rose to the top with Snatch Game,
Last
Jennifer
week.
Coolidge, which was great. And then here we are with this campy, cartoony Joan Crawford moment. I thought for sure,
It's up her alley.
and look what happened.
I know.
But we'll get to
Gosh.
that in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. And then your sister Alexis, who you're good friends
Alexis,
with.
obviously known Alexis from the city. Theater is her thing. We're all aware.
Yep.
I'm really hopeful for the rest of the season. I think she hasn't really had the opportunity to set herself aside, separate from her reputation from season 9 so far.
So are you ready to dive into this, Miss Peppermint?
Girl, I didn't think I was ready after Snatch Game,
Yeah.
but I'm ready. I actually love a Rusical.
I do
They've
too.
been really, really good, and increasingly over the seasons, whether it's original season or All Stars.
They've gotten better.
Good.
They have gotten better. In this particular episode, they're going to be singing.
live.
Oh! Girl. So let's dive into this. Now, last week after the Snatch Game of Love, Heidi shockingly decided to quit the competition and walk away. Now, how hard of a decision is that to make? Would you have walked away?
You know, I don't know that I would have walked away in that moment. It's a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
The pressure can become overwhelming.
Yeah, and what was really heartbreaking for me is that I was enjoying her this season. She was really doing well. She came across polished, and she was delivering some really fabulous performances. So, as I've said before, we love you, Heidi. We miss you. The really sad thing is that last week, nobody went home. That makes me angry. I hate it when they keep people. Get rid of them! Now, as you saw, Candy was concerned primarily that Heidi was planting seeds that Candy was going to target Jimbo. Does it even matter if Candy was?
I mean, at the end of the day, no, because you're going to end up betraying. Somebody's going to get betrayed on
Well,
there.
somebody's gonna get their feelings butt hurt. Yes.
I actually do enjoy it when there's an alliance. I really do.
Well-
so that's what I was mostly upset about. I wanted to make sure that the alliance could actually continue.
Well, this is the problem I have, and we know this because we're kind of foreshadowing at this moment, is that Candy is mad that she said something about Jimbo, whatever, even that's the case. But then this episode, Candy doesn't go by track record when she eliminates somebody. How that work, Candy Muse? See, that's some shady
That's true.
So it's like, rules are rules until she
Until
decides to
it-
change them. So it sounds like if you were on All Stars, you would be involved in an alliance.
I would try to be. I mean, hopefully somebody would want to be, you know?
I think people would have a hard time getting rid of you because
Why?
Because you're very nice.
But don't think.
Nice.
Ugh.
See, I would not have an alliance with you because I don't trust nice.
No, but see, Bianca.
I don't trust nice.
Listen,
I don't
no,
trust
no,
nice.
you're not. No. Listen,
tell me.
Linda. Listen, Linda.
Listen.
People didn't even know that we were friends. That is the best type of alliance to
Well, we
have.
f***ed it up now.
I
by
know,
coming
we
on this
announced
show.
it.
Okay,
Erase it.
Just scratch the first part. We don't know nothing about BJs and a DJ. We don't know any of that. We never met. She didn't see my eyeliner. Jimbo has her third win. Do you think that the other gals are considering Jimbo a real threat now?
I mean, how could you not?
That's what I'm saying.
You have to.
Yeah.
She's definitely the literal definition of a threat in a competition. The person that's the front runner.
What do you think Jimbo's feeling? I mean, because one little slip, they could send that bitch home.
Yeah. I mean, she now knows that the target's on her back. All eyes are on her, and so I think she's beginning to display some paranoia. You know,
Which is
slightly.
always lovely for television. Paranoia is great.
And yeah.
So in a weird turn of events, we actually see Jimbo being a human, and Jimbo is upset that she's lost 3 lip syncs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy?
It is. I mean, listen, I get it, but it isn't really a good look for the person who's the front runner to break down in tears when other people are going home and just not even getting feedback.
We come from the seasons where you lip sync when you were bad. So it was kind of like your saving grace, your final moment. So here it's kind of this weird thing. You do great in the challenge, but if you don't really lip sync well, so I would just say shut the up and keep your feelings to yourself, bitch.
In the eyes of the other girls, the person who wins 3 challenges and then breaks down or has some type of an emotional break
Yeah.
isn't doing themselves any favors in the eyes of the other challengers.
So it sounds like you hate Jimbo. I think that's what you just said. I think it's what you. Please comment below. She hates Jimbo.
Oh my God, no.
Yes, yes.
I'm still trying to recover from Valentina's people. If I see one more rose, oh God, I did it now.
Valentina's people. You mean Mexican people? You
No.
racist bitch. Racist. Racist. I can say that I'm Hispanic. Okay. Now.
No, not Mexican people. I'm talking about fans of Drag Race. Good God. We need a disclaimer before Bianca's show.
Talk about my white eyeliner again. So we see the lipsticks, and Kahana realizes that everyone voted to send her home. How do you think Kahana is feeling, since if Heidi hadn't quit, her ass would have been packing?
I mean, I think she feels relieved.
She does?
That no one, but that moment of relief came at the last episode when Ru said nobody's going home.
Right.
So now that she's seeing all her name on all the lipsticks, I mean.
She can't be mad.
She can't be mad.
No.
She knows.
Yes.
And I think that it's just bubbling right under the surface that she's starting to buckle a little bit.
Yeah.
But I also think, hey, here's an opportunity here. It's clear. You can turn it around. You can try to form an alliance with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, there's options that open up.
Of course. So do you think this track record thing is a great way to vote?
In the beginning, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, what else do you have to go on in the first few episodes?
But what if you start hating a bitch? Do you just go
I mean, eventually personal feelings are going to come into it. People are going to get into arguments. People are going to have vendettas. People who didn't win and thought that they should have are going to start gunning for the people who did.
Yeah, yeah.
And so all that's going to come into play. It's almost unavoidable, I think.
Got you. Now, when the queens walk in the next day, they notice that all of the pictures of RuPaul have been replaced with photos of Joan Crawford and Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford. So first of all, are you a fan of Joan Crawford?
I am a fan of, oh God, if I had to say it, it's Faye Dunaway.
Faye Dunaway!
People just, there's this thing that just, in queer pop culture, it really does feel like, you know, Faye did Joan better than Joan did Joan. That's what it feels like, you know. But the source material was obviously great.
Oh, the book is amazing.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, the book was amazing. And what's fascinating, I don't know if you know this little bit of trivia, that actually the movie, Mommy Dearest, was directed by Frank Perry, who is Katy Perry's uncle. Random trivia for 1,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I know a lot.
Now I like Katy Perry so much.
No, you don't. Ru enters and announces that for the Maxi Challenge this week, the queens will be performing in Joan, the unauthorized Rusical.
Oh.
Now, do you like this idea for a Rusical?
Yes.
I do too.
I love it.
I do too.
I can't believe that this, well, it couldn't come soon enough. I think I'm surprised it hasn't happened before.
Yeah, and I know exactly what you're thinking right now, because on top of that, we have a Grace Jones runway. Night of 1,000 Grace Jones. So it's like, where's it been?
Where has it been all these years?
Agreed, yes.
And Grace is a fashion icon.
Oh, the best. But as you see in all the parts being distributed, which part do you think you would have taken?
It's difficult because the ones that are the most iconic are also paired with an odd musical choice.
Yeah.
And so I think realistically, I would have probably connected with the most, maybe have been like the voguing, which—
Mildred Pierce.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, the No More Wire Hangers I was not sure how that was gonna turn out.
So you would have chosen—
I would have chosen
No More Wire Hangers. Or Mildred Pierce.
Or No More Wire Hangers, yeah. Based on the music.
Can you just pick one, please?
Well, what would you have chosen?
I would have chosen to be the hanger. The hanger.
Listen,
Not even Joan. I would have been the hanger.
No, because it's a lot different when you're looking on the paper. All they had to do was the paper. And they didn't know that they were going to get to come out with a huge— Now, it's a drag show, so somebody's going to come out with a wire hanger. But I didn't know that they were going to have these great big wire hangers.
If you are still watching, she's no longer peppermint, she's sour candy.
It's just a good opportunity to say that reproductive rights are under attack by the same people who are attacking drag.
Oh, agreed.
And it's really important that we go ahead, register to vote, and do everything you can to support these communities because they are under attack.
Agreed.
But
Mildred Pierce.
Mildred Pierce.
Mildred Pierce. And also, I do recall that on season 9, you performed in a musical with Alexis Michelle.
I sure
the
did.
Kardashian musical. Do you have any memories of that?
Yeah, it was a good, scary time. I really enjoyed doing the musical, but I really was not happy about my choice, my role that I
Were you
ended up getting.
given the role?
I had to give out the roles.
Okay, you were distributing.
I was distributing the roles to the girls, and nobody was happy. Nobody wanted. I was like, you know how that is.
Of
So I was
course.
like, oh my gosh. Somebody was really upset about the role they got, and so I was like, fine, I'll be. Oh, and Nina wanted. Everybody wanted something. I ended up having to do Britney Spears, which
I
is
can
not,
see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever. I did my best, and I did a good job, I think.
So next we see the queens picking the parts. And in a weird turn of events, we got Candy and Jessica Wilde who want the same part. So they decide to audition to choose who gets it. What did you think of that? I think it's more fair than having to pick.
Honestly, it is more fair than having to pick,
Yeah.
and it's more entertainment before the show. Let's do it.
All right, well, talk to me honestly, though. As an actress and singer yourself, would you have cast either one of them?
Oh, look, are these real opals?
Those flowers started out white. It was just my breath that turned them black.
You know what? Based on what I know about them,
Yes.
I probably would have had a hard time figuring out who to cast in what
Yeah.
role. But again, I mean, they killed it.
We see the queens record vocals with Leland. Do you like it when we hear the queens sing the Rusical versus when they lip sync it themselves?
What?
Well, first, next we see the queens record vocals with Leland. So my question to you is, do you like it when we actually hear the queens sing the Rusical verses? Or do you prefer it when they lip sync it?
It really does depend on the material. For instance, when they did Moulin Rouge, I thought it worked really great to have the singers, pre-recorded voices.
Correct.
This, for some reason, since a lot of people don't know that much about Joan Crawford, it actually works out better
Yeah.
because you can kind of create something, and I think it worked really well. And it gave these girls a chance to show something that we never get to see them do.
Right, and it was very surprising. I just hope this doesn't encourage them to create more music, because we don't need that. So out of the group, who has got the best vocals so far?
I think people reacted well to Alexis and Candy.
Candy was the surprise of it all, and also Lala Ree. Lala Ree was like on the case.
Absolutely. I was, like you said, pleasantly surprised.
Yes, I was as well. Now, a really important question I have to ask you. Does Jessica Wilde want the axe or the ass?
I mean, all she had to do was wear her Grace Jones outfit with the modifications to tell us she was communicating all the way down the runway. She wants the ass.
That would have been the thing. Maybe that would have made Mommy Dearest a hit. Bring me the ass!
Oh my gosh, it's every gay's absolute fantasy.
It's true, and maybe when she was in that garden, she needed a little ass. A little ass would have made her feel better. She wouldn't have been so mad.
I mean, did you see those dancers? I would have been
Oh,
asking for
honey,
ass
they were.
too.
Speaking of dancers, how was it to see Adam Shankman there?
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh. Legendary choreographer.
Yes.
I mean, also the perfect person to bring in for a camp-tastic Rusical, for sure.
He knows it.
He knows it.
All right, Peppermint, let's talk Joan, the unauthorized Rusical. So out of all of the performances, out of all the Joans that were presented, who stood out for you?
Look, there was a plenty to choose from, and they all did a great job.
Yeah.
It was Lala, Candy, and Jessica.
Good. Those are three.
Yeah.
All right. I will say exactly the same because I can't remember anyone else.
But they all did a great job, and no one was terrible.
No.
And sometimes,
There is.
Yeah.
There is. But I am going to give an honorable mention to Kahana because I thought
yeah.
she was going to
No doubt.
struggle. But bitch, she was dancing. She had a very wordy part, and she executed it beautifully. I thought she was great.
this really, I do think that this gave her some redemption for this season.
Not according to the judges. Whatever. Who do you think struggled the most? We both agree. There was really nobody.
It wasn't clear to me. It
wasn't clear to me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there were little things that would have tweak. But overall, I thought it was very entertaining. I thought it was great. And if we haven't mentioned it yet, the dancers.
Lordy Lord, girl.
Dancers, yes. Next, we get the runway, and the category is Night of 1,000 Grace Jones.
Ah! Yes.
This
Yes!
is what we want to see.
Yes!
Yes, we love to see Grace Jones fashions on white people. But it is what it is. Are you a Grace Jones fan?
Absolutely.
Who isn't?
I mean, come on.
Who isn't? Who
Yeah.
isn't?
She has done it all. Fashion, music career for sure.
Of course.
She has had sex with pretty much everyone. Mm-hmm. And her quote,
Tell me.
this quote
Tell me the quote.
is what sold me.
Mm-hmm.
She said, and I don't know word for word, but this paraphrasing.
not a quote.
Well, it's almost a quote. Every man
Mm-hmm.
should be penetrated sexually at least once in their life.
Mm.
And I agree.
Why are you looking at me lovingly as you say that?
You're my sister. Oh, Lordy.
Ah, you heard it here. She wants me. She wants me. So since this is the theme, which iconic Grace look would you have done?
I actually did a Grace Jones look with the fabulous Mona Foote, rest in peace.
Mona Foote. Oh, good time.
Yeah, and so mine was from James Bond.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
and,
yes.
I mean, she's just so iconic. You can't say enough great things about Grace Jones.
No.
It's like emotional.
Here we go. We're gonna talk runway looks, Miss Peppermint.
Yes.
We first have Kahana Montrese.
Her body looks fantastic. She did a good job on the reference.
Uh-huh.
Something about this, I think she kind of Las Vegas-ified it, showgirled it a little bit.
So it's kind of Grace Jones, half flamenco
Adjacent-
dancer.
Yeah. And so from further away, it looks like a regular showgirl outfit.
Yeah,
you know?
agreed.
Which
She's
looks
one to
great.
watch.
She looks beautiful, but it doesn't say Grace Jones to me.
So it sounds like you hate it.
It doesn't say Grace Jones to me unless I have the picture right next to each other.
Next up, James Mansfield.
Well, I just don't understand why she would have chosen this look. It's not my favorite Grace Jones look.
Let's start with the hood. I think proportionally for a drag face, it could be a little more exaggerated.
It could be more exaggerated. I don't think it works that well on her with her face, her bone structure. I don't understand, and I don't know because I didn't see the back of Grace Jones's outfit, why there is a
hole
in the back of the hood.
I never walk away from a hole in the back. But in this situation, I'm like, come on now. It just seems like she ran out of time. I think it's just kind of disjointed, and it was probably one of my least favorite looks from James and for the Night of 1,000 Grace Jones. Moving on, we have Candy Muse.
This bitch nailed this.
She really did a
She
great
nailed
job with it. This episode, Candy just took it a notch up, you know?
Yeah.
This outfit is spectacular, and adding the little K to the top of it is always great. And as all my gay friends say, it's not fun till the K gets there.
By the way, if you like some...
Next up, Miss Jessica Wild.
It's knocked out of the park, 100%. I will say that she took some liberties with the outfit that I wouldn't expect necessarily. Covering so much of herself is a little bit different than a choice that Grace would have made. And as we see the picture, Grace was sleeveless in this, and you can see her shoulders. This purple is like the definition of royal purple. It is gorgeous on her.
Well made and good color on her. Good color on her. I thought it was a great look. Jessica, you're doing good, bitch. We love you.
Yes.
Next up, Miss Lala Ree. We thought, okay, she looks the most like Grace Jones.
She does.
She's got the best
In real
stance
life,
as
like-
Grace Jones. She's got the bone structure to be Grace Jones. The look is basically a replica of Grace Jones, and the judges didn't like it.
It was the one that was the most...
Grace Jonesy.
Exactly. She fit the bill. She understood the assignment.
She did.
And she answered the brief. It was what they asked for.
It is, and I'm just mad that the judges didn't like it. Next up, we have Alexis Michelle. The hat, fabulous.
It's
Fabulous
so well
hat.
made.
It is.
This is a really well made look.
It's beautifully done. It's a great look. The only hard thing about it on the runway is that it's layers of black, which you don't really get to see much, but obviously she wore lots of black. I think it's a great look for Alexis Michelle. I'm in the fan club currently, but I could leave it. And finally, we have Jimbo.
This does feel like the least suited You know, it just, it was the furthest for me to travel to get to, Grace Jones.
I was expecting Jimbo to kind of do a little
Jimbo
twist
fire.
to it. Yeah, which didn't happen, which look, everything can't be winners. Everything cannot be winners, just like Peppermint. Everything can't be a winner. But it's also odd to see Jimbo without the tits, you know, without the breast plates, because we've seen so much of it.
And
yeah.
she sells that way.
Girl, she even put the titties on her ass. They are in every episode. So this was kind of like,
where's the tits?
Where your titties? But I thought, you know what? It's a good look. It wasn't offensive, but it wasn't, oh my God, that's Grace Jones. So out of all the looks, who had your favorite look?
Favorite look. Favorite look.
The look. Did I say look?
The look.
The look. Is it the look?
It's got to be the look.
And I'm only asking you because you know fashion.
But look.
Do you know fashion?
Look.
Is it fashion?
Look.
Look. Let's hear it. Let's go.
I'd say, honestly, my favorite look on this runway.
Did you say look?
Look. Yes.
Look.
Now look.
Now look. Come on, just look at it. Look.
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 The best look.
Look.
The best vision. Which I think was a combination of the best choice and also the best execution.
So the best look is?
The best look is Candy.
I agree. She was my favorite look. Now, who was your least favorite look? James. Now, after the judges' critiques, we find out that the winner this week is Candy Muse. Do you agree that her performance was the best out of the group? I mean, we're splitting hairs here.
We're definitely splitting hairs, and based on this for this week, the challenge and the runway, it's Candy.
It's Candy.
It's Candy.
Candy. We're all about Candy.
Very huge honorable mention to Kahana,
Yep.
who came from the bottom, literally.
Yeah.
And Lala.
Now, sadly, in the bottom, once again, is Kahana and James. Do you agree?
Honestly, yeah, there's a good argument for them being in the bottom.
So basically, it's like, you know, the challenge was pretty good, and then in this moment, the runway does count. You know, the runway has taken them to that point.
Yeah.
Next, we find out that the lip sync assassin is Angeria from season 14. She looks fabulous, doesn't she?
She looks amazing.
She looks fabulous.
She's just got this air and this energy that is wonderful to be around in person.
Yeah.
And she is a classic.
Wait. You've never said that about me.
She is a classic queen. And she's a classy queen. You've gone to classes.
Look.
Oh,
Look.
Oh, Lordy, Lord.
Now, Candy and Angeria lip sync to I'm Not Perfect, I'm Perfect for You by Grace Jones.
Oh.
What did you think of the lip sync?
It was a really good lip sync.
Yeah, it was. I was excited by it. And I knew who's gonna take it, because usually you're like, it's her, it's her.
It was like neck and neck for like 90%.
Wait, you said neck and neck. You know Candy don't have one.
Ooh. The performances were equal 90% of the way.
I thought they both did great, but RuPaul had decided it was Miss Candy Muse. You agree?
I do. Yeah, I do. I actually do.
There you go. She gave it to us. So yeah, we agree. Miss Candy, you did good, Miss Candy. Then, Candy reveals her lipstick, and shockingly, she has chosen to eliminate James.
And I did not expect that based on everything that we've been seeing.
Well, because as I said, Miss Candy was, which basically translate to, I'm all about going by track records. But here in this moment, Kahana has been in the bottom many times. She only won one challenge. I thought, okay, she's gonna do the right thing, because she's all about, I'm gonna tell you to your face. I'm gonna say what I will. I'm gonna do what I do. And here this bitch goes changing the rules. Do you think this is gonna come back to bite her in the ass?
Based on what she has said for her own like reputation, potentially. But Kahana really saved herself.
She did.
She really saved herself.
She did. So do you think that Candy is being strategic?
Not yet. I don't think she's being strategic yet.
Okay. All right. You just thought, let me just get James out of the way.
I think so.
All right, Peppermint, I ask everyone who was here, as of right now, who do you think is gonna take the crown for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 8?
based on what we've seen so far in the competition,
I believe I just said that.
I'm going to continue to root for my 2 season 9 sisters no matter what. Like,
Okay,
that's
rooting is different than just tell me who the gonna win.
Oh, gosh, it's so difficult.
No, it ain't, bitch.
Ah.
Pick one. Pick one. All right, look, give me top 3. How's that?
Okay.
I'll be diplomatic.
Thank
You welcome.
So far, based on the scores, Jimbo, for sure.
Okay.
Alexis is a really strong performer. And that's something that she's gonna be able, her drag is great and she's a strong performer. So Alexis, Jimbo, and Alexis and Jimbo are my top 2.
Ooh, interesting. Well, Peppermint, it's been lovely to see you again after all of these years. And I know you're not just here with me in Los Angeles just for this. You were also here for a fabulous show where I had the opportunity to get to see the other night. Kudos and amazing. But why don't you tell the children where they can see you and get tickets?
Everyone, you are all invited to watch me and a fabulous cast performing in a transparent musical, which is based on and inspired by the hit Amazon TV show. We're playing at the Mark Taper Forum, which is in downtown Los Angeles, the entire month of June. We close on June 25th. You can get tickets at centertheatergroup.org. It's a fabulous cast. It's about transness. It's about community. It's just a really great show. And I think in a time when trans folks and the LGBTQ plus community and drag is being attacked, you get to see a show with trans folks and drag queens and everybody in it. So come out and see us.
Ah, Peppermint, it's wonderful to see you here. And I gotta say, I am amazed and happy by all of your success. From getting a BJ in the DJ, to Broadway, to the Los Angeles theater scene, you have done it all. And we hope to one day maybe see you on a future All-Stars. Possibly? Possibly?
Possibly.
All right,
Look,
answer. Get what?
Look.
Look, I want to look at you on it. I do. And thank you for watching me here at the Pit Stop. And make sure you join me next week where we recap yet another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 8. See you then. Bye. Look. We didn't even mention that RuPaul looked like the genie from Aladdin.